welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Wanjiro if you're new here, and I do everything, all things, food, travel, beauty, hair, whatever it is. But today's video is going to be about food. I am making short ribs. These are slow cooked oven, one second, they're oven, okay, they're slow cooked, basically slow cooked short ribs in the oven for as long as you can. I'm probably gonna cook them, it's 11 now, I'm gonna cook them as long as I can, probably 5-6 hours on a low heat. I want the meat to be falling off the bone. So these come vacuum packed, supposed to keep them long. Just cutting off the paper. So there is 4 bones. What I'm gonna do, so I just feel where there is the bone and I cut from there because this side has more meat, and then I give a chance for the other one and the other one, and that way. So there it is. That's basically the size. They're pretty. Some pepper. Add some generous amount of black pepper because you want good flavors out of very simple ingredients. After that, we add in some salt. So you can see the meat has a lot of kind of, you call them, I think, sinews. And what you want that to do is to fully render. You can see a good bit of that. If you don't cook this type of meat for long, what happens is that they end up being super tough. So by you cooking them at a very slow heat long, it kind of renders that and makes it super delicious. And that's fat as well. So as you can see, it has a good bit of marbling in it. So that's what you want when you're buying your meat, even steak. Not the one that has too much sinew, because then what happens is when you put it on the fire, when you put it on the gas, it kind of contracts and makes the meat really tough to eat. So sometimes you have to cut it off, or sometimes you just have to leave it. So on this occasion, we're leaving it. So we want the pan really hot so that it just cooks really quickly. We are trying to brown the meat. I'm gonna add some oil. So for the rest of the ingredients that I'm using, I have celery, carrots, I have 3 onions, I have here flour, plain flour, beef bouillon, some tomato puree, salt. For you, you need to use salt. Sorry. So tomato puree, and then I have salt here. I have dry thyme, but if you have fresh one, that will do as well. Some black pepper, and we have some garlic and rapeseed oil, but I started using some olive oil. So yeah, those are the rest of the ingredients. You'll need some water because you need to cover your meat with loads of water, or just beef bouillon. Yeah, and basically let's start the next process. So my pan is still hot, and I'm not going to wipe it off because whatever flavors are left from the beef browning, those are the best. So in goes in our onions. I'm gonna add in my thyme, adding a good bit of it. After the onions have softened, I'm gonna add in my carrot and celery. I'm going to add in my black pepper. I'm adding a good bit of it. I want a little bit of spice as well into it. Some salt. I'm going to add in my beef bouillon, or beef stock as you may call it. My tomato puree goes in. I normally don't measure when it comes to things like this, so it's a matter of what works for you. It's just a guideline of how I'm preparing this, so you can do it your own way. So this is looking really good. It smells amazing already. So now I'm going to add in my flour, plain flour. I'm just going to sprinkle like that. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon at a time. And this is going to help the sauce to thicken later when you put it in the oven. So just mix it in until all the flour is incorporated into the carrots. As you can see, my carrots are already starting to thicken, so I'm going to add another tablespoon. As mentioned, I'm using a lot of water for this dish, so it can handle it, and instead of me adding corn flour later, this just works perfectly. So this looks amazing already, so I'm gonna leave it continue cooking for a couple of minutes. So after a couple of minutes, I'm gonna add in some water, hot water. Oh, it smells so good. So I've turned that off. What I'm going to do, I'll transfer it into this, into my baking tray now. So, second. It's good. So what I prefer to do is have the bigger part of the meat facing downwards so that it can cook fast, and then maybe after a couple of hours later I'll come in and turn them around and they can brown. And they can kind of crisp up a bit as well. So this is why I'm kind of playing around with this. It's for that reason. So after that, I just add water, enough to cover the bottom of the beef. I'm gonna cover it with a cling film. Cling foil, sorry. And place it in the oven. So guys, this is the next day. We didn't manage to eat the short ribs last night, so we are having them today, and this is how they turned out. They look really nice. They cooked. I left them in the oven for 4 hours on a low heat, and then today I just warmed them up in my cast iron pot, and I just warmed it up slowly. So the garnish is just coriander, and that's how they look. So yeah, if you want to give this video a try, please do, and let me know how it turns out. As always, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and let me know if you've ever tried short ribs before, and if you did, how were they? Did you have them in a restaurant or did you make them at home? But yeah, these are mine, and I love them. They're so good. I've cooked them before so many times and they turn out amazing every single time. So yeah, I will share with you how I so we are having some couscous here. That's what we are having it with instead of mash. I'm pairing them today with couscous because it's quite warm of a day. My thought for taking it out of the freezer a few days ago, it was quite cold, so I thought something warming, you know, but the weather ended up changing. So we're having them just with a light couscous that I've just, you boil your water and then add in your couscous. So I did a half a cup, salt, pepper, I did dry garlic in it and some cumin powder and a little bit of olive oil, and just cover it with a cling film 5 minutes, and it's all done. And I am going to be having that with broccoli and some asparagus, which I just sauteed ever slightly with fresh garlic, olive oil, garlic, salt and pepper. And yeah, so yeah guys, if you want to see more of these type of videos where I'm cooking and I'm back into the kitchen, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really makes such a difference on my channel, and just your contribution and your comments means so much to me. So I will talk to you again later. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, bye.